Hey, how's it going, guys? Ninja here. Welcome back to some more Ace Attorney Investigation Collection action. We have returned after quite a hiatus on this game, to be honest. I think the last time I played this was like maybe a week or two ago. So, gotta refresh myself on exactly where I left off here. March 12th, 2:52 p.m. Flight G Tech 390 lower deck cargo hold. Wow, so this is the cargo hold, huh? It's pretty big. It's so big! Just like I said. This plane is a special model. It has both a super large cargo hold and ultra luxurious first class seating. So this is the real scene of the murder. There's certainly a high probability of that, which is why we are here, correct? Okay, let's get investigating, sir. Begin investigation. Okay, let's look at everything. Holy suitcases! Miss Edgeworth, it's like an all-you-can-see suitcase fair. This must be all the leftover ones they couldn't sell. The ones the company is planning to dispose of after the flight's over. This paint job is really cool, don't you think? It practically screams artsy. Oh, why not purchase one then? I'm sure it would bring you much happiness. You think so? Then maybe I will. Let's see here. $1,200. I think I'll pass. And Miss Tenario wonders why they don't sell. You'll need 2 jobs just to buy one. Although, it definitely looks like one is missing. What is this brittle suitcase I'm stepping on? Oh, this brittle substance. It's a bunch of glass fragments? Huh, okay. You got some glass fragments. Keeping track of this many pieces of cargo must be very taxing on the cargo crew. It sure brings back memories of when I worked as a part-time mover, sir. By the looks in his eyes, he's waiting for me to ask about the rest of the story. But no matter how he pours on his puppy eyes, I have no intention of doing so. Poor Gumshoe. I didn't know that this plane was capable of carrying such large pieces of cargo. This thing's as tall as 2 of you on top of each other, sir. It would probably take 20 of you to cover the entire surface of the monastery. Monstrosity. What, really? Yeah, I guess that sounds about right. There really is no need to take throwaway estimates seriously, detective. Alright, let's look at this. Hey, what's this suitcase, pal? It's the victim's check-in, sir. So the suitcase belonged to Mr. Hicks. I don't think he'd mind if we take a closer look. There's nothing out of the ordinary here, sir. Wait. A file. And there's a photo of Miss Von Karmer in it, sir. Looks like a profile of on Francisca. Huh. Why would Mr. Hicks have a file on her? Interesting. Maybe she can tell us? All sorts of boxes are piled up here. This one says flammable, and this one, it says pharmaceuticals. This one says, for exorcism use only? Just what kind of operation is this airline running? Oh, I just love pushing the buttons on elevators and crosswalk signals. Hey, you should give it a try, sir. Go on, push it. He's such a kid. The elevator is currently stopped on the first floor, detective. It can't move. Oh yeah, I guess nothing would happen if you pushed it now. Well, nothing would happen normally anyway without the special keycard. Both the door in the attendance room and the elevator control panels requires a keycard, which makes it impossible for a passenger to come down here. Alright, I suppose let's speak with Francisca. You arrived at the scene of the crime before Detective Gumshoe, correct? And you then immediately begin to direct the investigation. It seems to me that you were already here at this airport for something besides this murder. Yes, I was. Why at this airport? I've been following a very large and involved governmental level international crime. But it's much too large for one person to take on alone. So it was decided that I should form a joint investigation with Interpol. Oh. Interpol is involved? It's a top secret operation, so I really can't tell you any more than I already have. Let's present, like, the file that Mr. Hicks have on her. Suitcase receipt, boarded in flight. Mr. Ugly Hicks is there on the seat. Wait. The victim, the seat. Wait, hold on. Do I not have the file? Prosecutor, travel wallet, crime scene notes. Maybe I just present him. I can't present him. I can present these, but I can't present him. Weird. Okay, hold on. Maybe I can put some stuff together then. Okay, we got broken glasses and glass shards. Maybe those two go together? But the profile on Franziska and Interpol, let's put these two. Now, why would Mr. Hicks have documents profiling Franziska? Oh, I know. I bet he's a big fan of Miss Von Karma, sir. Franziska said that she had come to this airport as part of Interpol's investigation. Huh, maybe Mr. Hicks has heard she was coming here and followed her. Detective, I think it's more likely that Mr. Hicks was, in actuality, Interpol Agent Hicks. I think Franziska has some explaining to do. Maybe the broken glasses and glass shards? I think we can safely conclude that these fragments are from a pair of glasses. And the victim was wearing a pair of broken glasses. Exactly what I was thinking. I'm sure their shards would match up perfectly with the remnants of this glasses lenses. Ergo, the victim was here just as I expected. So you're saying that the real scene of the crime was here, sir? Isn't that what I've been saying for a while now? Oh, is it? I didn't know that. Perhaps it's a bit early to draw that conclusion. However, I believe that the probability has just skyrocketed considerably. All that's left is to find the murder weapon. Alright, let's talk to her. The truth behind Hicks. I can't read today. You came to the airport to rendezvous. I want to say for some reason that's a hard word for me. You come to the airport to get together with the victim, didn't you? I want to say rendezvous. Nonsense. What are you talking about? We found a profile detailing information about you in the victim's luggage. I suppose it was prepared for him so that he could recognize you when he landed. Which makes him not Mr. Hicks, but rather Interpol Agent Hicks. Isn't that correct? I should have known you'd figure it out, Mouse. But it looks like they got to him first. So you really did come here to receive an Interpol agent then? Yes. Agent Hicks was on the trail of a very large international smuggling ring. He went undercover to investigate this crime. Wait, this doesn't make any sense to me. Why did she think I was the murderer then? And it was I who put him on the case. I was supposed to receive a call from him on his cell phone once he had landed. I never expected to receive a call about his murder instead. I think we now have pretty definitive evidence. The agent Hicks came down here to the cargo hold. But what was he doing down here, sir? There's nothing but luggage. Oh, I get it. Maybe he forgot something in his suitcase and came down to get it. Oh! Agent Hicks came here for a work-related reason. Of that, I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure he was here to investigate the smuggling operation he was observing. Franziska, do you know exactly how he intended to pursue his investigation? No. Unfortunately, I was going to find out from him after he landed. I see. But this raises another question. A normal passenger can't access the cargo hold on their own. Agent Hicks must have had identified himself to a member of the crew and entered the cargo hold with the person who let him in. Yes, and then he was murdered here. These glass fractions and broken glasses are a testament to that. And then, the killer put Agent Hicks into the spare suitcase and they entered the elevator, but while they were riding it up, the plane hit the patch of turbulence. Because of the intense shaking, the suitcase popped open and Agent Hicks' body flew out. At the same time, his wallet fell out of his pocket, spilling his contents everywhere. Which explains why there were money scattered all over the elevator floor. Hey, investigation complete. I think it's pretty easy to say who the culprit is at this stage. What? Really, sir? I know what you're thinking, Miles Edgeworth. But the killer can be none other than Miss Rhonda Tenario. Definitive evidence. If it was a crew member, any one of them could have shown Agent Hicks to the cargo hold. But the point to keep in mind is the key card that allows the elevator to come down here. The only person with such high-level access is Miss Rhonda Tenario. I'll say that's a pretty decisive piece of information, wouldn't you? I know what she's trying to say, but I'm not certain it's as simple as that. Alright. Let's press everything, I think. Or at least everything leading up to anything.
Hold it!
That might be true, but then it could be anyone, including Miss Mealy or even the captain. Don't be a fool. A plane without a pilot in the cockpit is like a horse without a rider, crop in hand, much like Scruffy over there. Why do you make a horse sound? I can't disagree with her on that. Detective Gumshoe does always need a guiding hand. Very well. Then what about the other flight attendant, Miss Mealy? I thought you might ask about her. But the point to keep in mind is the key card that allows the elevator to come down here.
Hold it!
But it's highly likely that the key card was stolen from Miss Tenario.
Objection!
It's highly likely? Is that possibility the best you can come up with? And you call yourself a disciple of my father? Yes, well, while I don't have any evidence, Be quiet. You're a disgrace. There's more evidence pointing to Miss Rhonda Tenario, you know. It's not just the keycard that gives her away. Are you talking about the murder weapon, the Captain Ugo piggy bank? Yes, she is also the only person with a key to open the display case. Further, there's the matter of the key to the display case that held the murderer's bank.
Hold it!
But that is a fake. Stop right there, Miles Edgeworth. You don't have any proof that this is just a red herring. If you must keep on insisting that it's a fake, then what is the real murder weapon and where did it go? Speechless, I see. That's not a surprise. After all, you know that we've searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed. There must be a way. There must be something that can help me rule out the piggy bank as the murder weapon. What should be examined further to help us ascertain the authenticity of the weapon? The piggy bank? The crime scene? Or the body? Maybe the body? Let's examine the body? Because we already examined the crime scene. We looked thoroughly at the piggy bank. Let's look at the body. Franziska, I think you were too quick to jump to your conclusions. Oh, was I? Yes. We don't even have the autopsy results yet. How can I not say that you made a snap judgment when you have yet to even see? If the wound on Agent Hicks' head is consistent with the murder weapon. Scruffy. Yes, sir. Contact the medical examiner's office at once. I wish to hear the results of Agent Hicks' autopsy. Yes, sir. Oh my goodness. It's so good. We've got a big problem, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. What is it, detective? They're still doing the autopsy, but they said that they already know this one thing for sure. Report now. The doc said that it's one giant bruise from a beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back. From the victim's shoulder to his mid-back? He was beaten over such a wide area? Well, I'll say maybe it's a sign the killer had a grudge against Agent Hicks. It wasn't just his head. The killer went all out and hit him multiple times, sir. Oh man. Instantaneous death resulting from blows to the back of the head, bruising head to mid-back. Grumpy, what is had a grudge against Agent Hicks supposed to mean? Well, that's, was the wound on the victim's head consistent with the murder weapon, detective? Oh, well, they said that they were still looking into that, sir. You're completely useless. Oh, sir, I told you already. You can't go down there. No, you remove yourself from my way. What is all this racket? Oh, it's him again. What in the world? My luggage, my cargo, they're mine, and I demand you return them to me. We're still investigating the cargo hold. Please understand, you have a little patience. Yo, look at him, like, look at that stance that he's making right now. So domineering. I suppose there is no choice. Finally, I think he gave, hey, what are you? You left me with no choice but to use strong force. You won't get past me. Oh, Jesus. What in the world? This is, wait, that's it. So that's what this whole thing has been about. Further, there's the matter of the key to the display case that's held the murderous bank. Okay. After all, you know that we've searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed. Nobody could find anything that could be considered a real weapon in the hold. Ah! He's still falling. The doc said that it's one giant bruise from a beating from the shoulder down to the mid-back. Extensive bruising from the back of the head down to the mid-back, as if severely beaten. Ah! That is just amazing. Okay, weapon couldn't be found. Smuggling, maybe. Maybe he put it in the smuggling thing? I can't see a clear connection between these two pieces of information. That's BS, man. Okay, let me see. There is some way for the proof that it's a weapon. Alright, so the cause of death supposed to have been this, right? Allegedly, the killer struck the victim many times over, which is why there is extensive bruising over such a wide area. But is that really the correct conclusion to draw from this evidence? The bruise from the shoulder to the middle of his back is one continuous mark, which is more suggestive of a single blow to the back. If that's the case, then the piggy bank is much too small to have caused that. Therefore, the murder weapon must be something far bigger. The unusually large area of bruising suggests that a very large weapon was used. Weapon couldn't be found. Oh, it's that big thing, isn't it? Okay, sizable smuggling and a sizable weapon. Connect these two. Maybe. Wait. Weapon couldn't be found. A sizable weapon. Nobody can find anything that could be considered the real weapon. It's that huge thing. You know, usually large, a sizable weapon. It can't be found because it's hiding in plain sight. If we're looking for a rather large weapon, you would think it'd stick out. But so far we haven't found anything that resembles a weapon of any sort. That just perhaps is something we all overlooked from the very beginning. Because normally it's too impossibly big to be taken into consideration. Is what he just fell on. What was that all about? Was he trying to jump his way down here? Franziska. What? What do you want? I found it, Franziska. I found the real murder weapon. You did? He really jumped. We didn't realize it until now, but the answer has been right in front of us the whole time. He might be hurt. We should check up on him, sir. He's the only one that cares. There's that pompous attitude of yours again. You should learn to drop that habit. This coming from a prosecutor with a habit of whipping everyone she comes across. Anyway, if you really are a prosecutor, then you'll back yourself up with evidence. You two aren't listening at all. Come on then, show me the real murder weapon you speak of. Don't have evidence to show. I probably should show the evidence? But do I have any evidence to actually show? I'll say we don't have evidence to show. I don't have any evidence to show you. Because we don't have the big murder weapon. Foolish reasoning for a foolish fool. Oh my god, hold on. Foolish reasoning for a foolish fool from a foolishly foolish fool meant to fool me? What do you mean by I don't have any evidence to show? Perhaps I should have phrased it as that which... Well, hold on. Why am I having a harder time than the foolish fool bit that she just went off of? Perhaps I should have phrased it as that which caused Agent Hicks' death is incorporeal. Forgive me, but I do believe I have figured out what was the real cause of death. I think it was probably free-falling, right? Because, like, he hit his back? I don't think he suffocated. That makes absolutely no sense. He wasn't strangled. There's nothing around his neck. It must be free-fall. The victim fell from a great height and subsequently died as a result. In other words, the real cause of death is free-falling to the ground. He fell to his death? Yes, this is the only possible possibility. The victim has extensive bruising on the back of his head and his back. And the only rational explanation of these injuries is he fell to his death. But the murder weapon happened inside the plane. I know. Are you claiming that there is some place in this plane which he could have fallen from? As I said earlier, the answer has been right in front of us the entire time. You can't mean... Yes, I do. The victim fell from the top of the stairs to this very cargo hold. What? Then, we're in trouble. We may have a second death on our hands, sir. Hey you, tell me you aren't dead, pal. Quiet, why are you screaming? He's alive. Well, he didn't fall very far. And there you have it, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. It's not possible that Agent Hills fell over the railing to his death. That man is living proof of that. I suppose it's true that it's not possible given the current circumstances. The current circumstances? What is that supposed to mean? Suppose that large piece of cargo wasn't there at the time. What would have happened then? He would have been a Borgian pancake for sure. Margerian. I suppose that man over there wouldn't still be breathing. But the reality is that cargo box is there. And there is no point in entertaining your wild hypothetical scenarios. It may be there now, but there is no proof that it was always there. As if there could have been a window of time when a giant box was not there. But there was. What? What can I show the possible the box was not always there? The turbulence, right? Let me see, Mr. Hicks' wallets, the crime scene notes, the body. Oh, there it is. Found in the victim's pocket, a souvenir picture perhaps. Present this.
Take that!
Doesn't this show significant probability to you? Well, why are you asking me? I was the one asking you. I think there's some possibility in that. No one was asking for opinions from an instant noodle crowd scruffy. I suppose this is where the phrase "to be whipped by one's opponent" came from. Don't act as though you have nothing to do with this. Now answer the question. I suppose she's right, but first I should reconsider all the information I have. What? I was wrong? Wait, I was wrong? I could have sworn that was it. Like, I was pretty sure. Airlines, first class. What can I use to show her that it's possible the box was not always where it is now? I don't think profiles would do me any good. Okay. I can go to another. Okay, here we go. Made a brief stop at 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. to transfer cargo and refuel the transfer cargo. Suitcase with seat, autopsy report, incident of death resulting from a blow in the back of the head. Let's present this. The transfer cargo.
Take that!
You refueled at the Republic of Zingfei? Yes, this flight had a short layover at Zingfei in order to refuel, but that wasn't the only reason for the layover. We also transferred some cargo. What if that box in question was the only transfer into the plane at that time? To further prove my point, let's take a look at what's next to the box in question. It's labeled Zingfei Express. Correct, meaning it was loaded into the plane in Zingfei. Cargo from Zingfei data jotted down in my organizer. Now, what if the box in question was also loaded on that same time? It would mean that the box was not here in the cargo hold during the Europe-Zingfei leg of the flight, making a clear drop from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death entirely possible. But your theory is still very far-fetched. Then allow me a chance to prove how very likely my scenario is. My first order of business would be to examine the piece of cargo in more detail. Okay, more investigation? Let's do it. The level suitcase sit here lined up in two pretty neat rows. Too bad from this scenario that this design is unmarketable. I'll buy one if it was cheaper, sir. Do you think they'll sell it to me at a discount? Or, why don't they sell them in the airport and have a bargain basement sale? Buy one, get one free? If you win the raffle, you get one more for free? How about these ideas, sir? I think if they did that, everyone would lose. This is a rather large piece of cargo. There's a tag on it, sir. Let's see. A lift red statue. Never heard of it. No, but all I care about is if we can prove it wasn't here at the time of the crime. Then let's get investigating, sir. What is that? He got past him. Look here, do not go about touching my possessions without my permission. Don't rush up on me like that, pal. So this belongs to Mr. LeBlanc, does it? I should see what else I can find out from him. Hold on, let me examine everything else real quick. Keep track of this many pieces of cargo must be taxing. Yeah, you said that already. Make sure memory I worked as a part-timer. I can't skip this. Alright, cool. I guess that is... I can examine that again? I don't want to examine those again. I don't want to examine that again either. Let's just talk to him. I take it this large piece of cargo belongs to you, Mr. LeBlanc. Of course it is mine. I have shipped this fine piece of art from Europe. This Aleph red statue is worth 10 million cents. No, maybe much more. Mr. LeBlanc's reason for choosing this plane must have been this large cargo hold. 10 million cents? He's trying to see how much that is in actual dollars. I just need to stop trying to calculate how many pockets of noodles that makes, Detective. Darn, how did you do that? I feel like you keep getting better and better at seeing right through me every year. So I grow with every revolution of this planet around the sun. I have the distinct impression he continues to madly spin in place. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, so that 10 million cents, is that in euros or in dollars? Does it really make a difference to our case? Mr. LeBlanc, there's a chance that your cargo is related to our murder case. I was wondering if you would allow us to examine it a bit closer. It's a very valuable piece of art, so no, there will be no touching. Mr. LeBlanc claims to have bought a piece of art from Europe, but... a piece of art from Europe, but that's not the case, is it? Because if you bought it from Europe, cargo from Zingfei was loaded on board during the refueling. How, if you bought it from Europe, that it came from here? Why do you show me something of no value? Show me bread first, and then maybe we will talk. Wait, he wants me to pay him before he comment on this? Huh. Wait a minute. Maybe... I actually don't know. Who did this? No. Something of no value again. It says it's a valuable piece of art. Okay, let's see if we can like put some stuff together. Valuable piece of art. Smuggling? Maybe he's smuggling the valuable piece of art? Let's go. If Mr. LeBlanc has something to do with the smuggling ring, then it's possible this fake statue was bought on board in Zingfei. I think I need to question him a bit further. Okay. Fake statue. About your statue, Mr. LeBlanc. I wonder if it might be a fake. What? How dare you say my art is a fake? I suspect that your statue might be the target of an international smuggling ring. Don't say such fantastical things. Those thieves would not dare. I have the certification of the cargo right here. Do you mean the cargo certification document? Mrs. Zinklerblock, why didn't you say so earlier? Please show it to us at once. I can't read this. What does it say? It says as plain as day, the cargo was put onto the plane in Europe. That's a lie. No, it wasn't. And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. Too bad for you. This statue was put on board in Europe, just as it states in the certificate. No, that's... Which means that there never was a window of time in which a statue wasn't sitting here. Proof that the statue was loaded in Europe. I respectfully disagree. We can't discount the theory until I see the statue for myself. Then you can have your wish. Look at it yourself and see I am right. This, I know I've seen this somewhere before. This is the Aleph Red. It gives off such a feeling of art, I can practically smell it. This statue has a high amount of historic value. After it was unveiled at the museum in Europe, I brought it to the country to exhibit it. Jotted down and organized. A piece of art being shipped from the block. It claims to be worth 2 million cents. I believe a closer look is warranted here. So this is the infamous Aleph Red, What is it, Miss Edgeworth? Did you find something? There's something wrong with this picture. We should examine it in more detail. Deduce? I can deduce something? Okay. The eyes, maybe? Are these eyes made of some sort of gem? That's a real nice shade of orange. For a sec, I couldn't even tell they were jewels. Oh, but they kind of remind me of the eyes of this stray cat that lives near my house. Are the eyes supposed to be this color? Is it possible this statue is a fake? Huh. I mean, the only thing I can... Hold on. Ah, yeah, look at that. The eyes are red. Oh, the eyes are red. Deduce, maybe? Oh, wait a minute. Deduce here. Deduce. Let's present this.
Eureka!
These eyes are awfully orange, don't you think? Yeah, and pretty. They remind me of the sunset when I was in grade school, sir. I don't think you see what I'm talking about. No, I do, but it's really like the color of the sun when it's setting, sir. Ah, the memories. I remember standing out in the field, spinning with my arms out until I felt ill. I don't care about sunsets. Focus, detective. What color are the eyes in this photo? Huh? Ah, sir, they're red. As I thought, this statue is a fake. Mr. LeBlanc, what do you want? Do you not know I am busy, man? I'll allow you 2 seconds for your answer. The Aleph Red, I suppose this is your pride and joy, is it not? It is the biggest trophy in European trip. Do you know why I wanted to possess this statue? The trigger started 17 years ago. Better grab a chair, sir. It sounds like this is going to be a long story. Mr. Block, I regret to inform you, and you have my heartfelt sympathy, but... What is that? Sympathy? For what? You'll see. I'd like you to compare the eyes. The large fellow there has very bright and pretty eyes compared to you. I wasn't talking about the two of us. I meant the eyes of the statue in front of us and the one in this photo. Why the sudden yelling? Now then, oh. It is a photo of the statue on display in the museum in Europe. Now do you see, Mr. LeBlanc? The statue before us, it's a fake. Oh, he's being blown away. I believe that even further examination will be required. Now that we have confirmed that this is indeed a fake, there must be some sort of proof that this was brought on board in Zhengfei. And I will present to you the evidence that will resolve the remaining contradiction. Wait, what? Oh, I can go down. The evidence. This maybe? Wait, what? No, it's gotta turn yellow, right? Oh, this is above this, right? This is like above this? I'm guessing that's like... Because it's above this. That means that this came second. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Hold on. This is a little confusing. I'm guessing like it's because it's before this, but at the same time. Oh, I can examine. What's this? The statue looked like it's stepping all over his neighbor's cloth cover. It kind of resembles its owner's attitude in a sense. Ho ho! What did you say just now? Further, my clothing hem is not being stepped on by anyone. It is too expensive for me to allow that to happen. Please forgive the trespass of my subordinate. Why should I forgive if the dress passes? Unless it is an expensive dress, you keep it. So this is a fake. The art dealer isn't looking too happy about it either, sir. I will get to the bottom of this for the sake of as well as mine. Go back up. I can't believe you were able to tell this was a fake from a single glance, sir. You knew right away his eyes were a different color than the one in the photo. Yes, unlike a certain detective who needs to try a little harder. The fact that this was a fake means it was swapped for the real one at some point. Honestly, don't know. Honestly, really don't know what to do here. I don't see. That's just to do something, I guess. Picked up on the floor of the elevator. There's a passport. Like, what do they want? What am I supposed to present? It was loaded on board during the refueling. Let's just present that. Eureka! There's clearly a contradiction here. What are you going on about? It's just a simple case of cargo cover getting stuck under another piece of cargo. I knew it! Ah, that's not possible. But it is. It shouldn't be this way, but the statue on the top of the cloth. Supposing that the neighboring piece of cargo was brought on board in Zhangfei. There's no way that any part of it should be to wind up under something from Europe. Which means that this fake statue was smuggled on board in Zhangfei. But then what about the cargo certificate? Let me ask in return, what about Agent Hicks? Why did he come down here in the middle of the flight? There's only one reason why, to secure proof of smuggling activity on board this flight. So you say, but I don't believe he had to do that mid-flight. We could have just as easily inspected all the cargo after the plane landed. That may be true, however, you have it backwards, Francisca. Sure, Agent Hicks could have waited until after the plane had landed, but he had a reason for coming down here in the cargo hold. Suppose he had found the fake at the airport, and it would have been after the swap had occurred. At that point, the suspicion would naturally fall onto the statue's owner, who will have no way to prove that the statue was switched without his knowledge, which means there's someone involved who is forging or modifying cargo certificates. Document in Borgerian says statue was loaded on board in Europe, but statues are fake. Man, oh man, this is a lot. so much to take in here. I guess the victim knew the real version of this was gonna get nabbed, huh? Yes, while the photo could have seemed as nothing more than a simple souvenir, it was in fact taken to be used as a reference document later on. Next, Agent Hicks had to secure proof that the smuggling had taken place. He came down here to take a picture of the cargo hold, a rather empty one at that, right before the fake statue could be loaded on board. A photo of the hold missing a valuable piece of cargo would have been proof enough. After that, all he had to do was hold the Zhangfei cargo crew and arrest the smuggler. Exactly. This only goes to prove my theory. If the statue was not in the cargo hold during the Europe Zhangfei leg of the trip, there would have been enough height from which Agent Hicks would have fallen to his death. Officer, move this statue immediately. I want a thorough examination of the floor underneath. Now. Ms. Von Karma, I'm ready to report my findings. Go on. After moving the olive red statue out of the way, we tested the area underneath. It was pneumonia, and there was a reaction. I see. There was a reaction to pneumonia, and an indication that there was blood in that spot. Can we stop looking at it now, sir? It would seem that my deduction were correct after all. I suppose it would appear that way. The culprit cleaned the blood up well. And how do you think the killer did that? How did the killer clean up the blood? With the bloody cloth, maybe?
Take that!
The killer used the bloody cloth I found inside the suitcase to clean up the mess. I see. They had a need to clean up all the blood before the plane landed in Xingfei. Yes, because otherwise the cargo crew would have discovered it during the layover. So you guys are saying that the murder happened before the plane landed in Xingfei? There is no other conceivable timeline for the events of the murder. But if that is true, then that throws a certain person's testimony into doubt. If the murder occurred before we landed in Xingfei, then this becomes highly suspect. Miss Tenario's testimony, Miss Maylee's testimony, Mr. LeBlanc's testimony. The problem is, it's been so long since I heard their testimony. Wait, can I look at it? Can I see their testimonies? I don't think there's a way. I think she's sus, but I have like enough health to like, I got enough health to make some mistakes. How come we can't see the testimonies? Whatever. I think she's sus. I don't think it's LeBlanc because he literally didn't know, and we kind of blew him away, showing him that it's a fake. I think she's innocent. I just think she's innocent. It's gotta be her. Recall Miss Maylee's testimony about Agent Hicks in regard to when we departed Xingfei. I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 a.m., you know. She claims Mr. Hicks was alive at the time of the service call, but that totally contradicts the facts, sir. But why would she lie about something like that? I think the only person who can answer that is Miss Maylee herself. To be continued. Oh, wow. What a freaking... That is a lot. That was so much. Holy. This game, it really puts you on the edge of your freaking seat. I don't think there's any reason to go back. So saving over everything just is what it is. There's no reason to go back on a save. And with that, I am going to go ahead and call it an episode here, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, enjoyed the video, and we will see probably on the next one. I don't know when this one is actually going to end, but this one is pretty long. We're going to see what testimony is coming up with Miss Maylee. Has she been lying? Is she the culprit? Is she the smuggler? I guess we'll find out on the next episode, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, consider dropping the likes and subscribe to see more videos like this one. I'm Ninja. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. And be good people.